Hello and welcome to Everything To Guppy, the Binding of Isaac podcast that covers every item, trinket, boss, floor, and character in the Binding of Isaac series of video games. My name is Gary Butterfield, and with me as always is a man who would swallow his pride. He would choke on the rind, but the lack thereof would leave him empty inside.
Swallow my doubt, turn it
leave him
inside out.
Leave him nothing but faith in nothing. Hard in a blender, something blender.
Watch a spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, and I'm through with
Hughes. It's Will Hughes.
Good episode, Gary. Let's pull a plug.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, it's tempting.
Yeah,
it's so
tempting.
fucking tempting for that.
This
to be
item's
the
too
episode.
interesting.
It is. No,
too
we'd be
interesting.
harming ourselves.
Yeah. Well, what else is new? We had no power over the audience.
It's true.
The
Audience.
only people get hurt is us.
Is anybody? Gary, how many people do you think are listening to this at double time? They just want the content as fast as possible.
There are better ways, my friend, if that's you. Like, there's some YouTubers you could watch who probably do that better for you.
Man, I watched, I have no idea what the channel was, but I made the mistake of watching a YouTube video last night.
I know. The only thing you hate more than YouTube is music.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate YouTube more, I think, at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
What
did you watch?
It was some video about, like, tracking, like, the moment that, like, Homer was ruined on The Simpsons.
Sure. It's a very popular video that caused a lot of controversy with my friend and yours, Dead Milkman karaoke singer Bob Mackey.
Sure. I was fine with the content in as much as I was just like, oh, I'll just watch this and there'll be clips of The Simpsons in it. I cannot stand YouTuber voice.
Yeah.
And it's that very specific cadence of being like, but then I realized, what if he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do?
Yeah.
That kind of like, everything I'm saying is the most profound thing ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a real bad one. There's a bad, that can be very bad.
It's so many of them though. Like it's like everything is being delivered like you are giving your thesis defense and you are like nailing that last line, except it's every line.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a Aaron Signal who's a video game essayist who I like. It was funny. His early work, which I actually kind of like more than his current work, is worse at delivery, but better in content, I think. Mm-hmm. And he would deliver every sentence like that, except for the last one. And it would be like the video would just end. And I'd be like, wait, what? What's your closing line? Why did that have no gravitas to it? Like there's all this gravitas leading up to this point.
I just feel like all this content could be better delivered as webcomics.
See, I can't go with you on that. We have very interesting, like, singular.
To be clear, I don't actually think that. I just think it's a funny idea to take
it. Well, and it's also your web predilection.
I do enjoy webcomics
that I don't share. Whereas I'm like, I'm not going to read a webcomic. You know, to me, it just doesn't work.
Listeners, let us know which Homestuck you think Gary is.
Jesus Christ. This item.
Yeah.
Eve 6's mascara.
Eve 6's mascara.
We both like this, and this is controversial because the community does not like it.
Yeah, because more often than not, this is a damage down technically.
It's balanced.
Yes. So this is mascara with the applicator and the brush. Or wait, I think those are the same thing.
Yeah, the applicator and the holster, the sleeve.
Yeah, which also contains...
The reservoir?
Yeah, the reservoir.
Yeah.
Dogs. This changes Isaac's little tear trail on his face to black. Mm-hmm. But the big effect is that this doubles your damage.
Yep. Doubles.
Yeah. Cuts your tears in half.
Yep.
And lowers your shot speed.
And makes your tears much bigger.
Yeah. And so, I like it. Come on, Gary. I like it.
I love it. This is one of my favorite items in the game. It's hard because you're gonna, your DPS might go down.
Yes.
Because every hit is now important.
Yes.
And they don't come out very often.
Yeah, no, they're like Star Wars movies, Gary. Like,
yes,
they're only
every hit is important.
Yeah, they're only coming like once a year. Yeah. Twice a year.
Yeah. Twice a year in a TV show?
I consider The Mandalorian a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how about the Womandalorian? Finally.
Gary, I've discarded that tweet so many times.
Me too. Yeah. But this show is like the
graveyard of deleted tweets.
Yeah, if not here, where? Like, so it makes every hit count, which is difficult, right? Because if you miss, it's a big deal. Also, your tears down is it's like second only to speed down in terms of things that are just gonna like, your run.
Yeah.
Like a really low tier rate can feel really bad. But the thing is this is such like a enabler for just bonkers ass bullshit.
It's true. Also, I just like having a big fat tier.
Me too, man. You just like a gigantic tier just is awesome in this game.
Yeah, get this with Polyphemus and just like
chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Polyphemus chocolate milk use mascara. You will fire 1 tier per room, but it will fill the screen and kill anything it hits in one hit.
Yeah, in the Slack,
fun.
People were passing around. There's a Northern Lion. I don't know if he had this, but he just ended up with a gigantic explosive tier. It's so good. That's such a good feeling in this game.
It's really good. And it happens with some frequency. It's still the roguelike that lets that kind of shit happen.
Yes.
None of the other ones, even the ones I really love, like really let that kind of thing happen.
It's not like Gungeon.
Yeah. Gungeon does not allow that to happen. Like you can become extremely powerful in Gungeon, but it doesn't look like the game is glitching.
Yeah.
So just like really, really good. The reason why people don't like it is because it's really hard to be effective. Like, weirdly enough, this is something that is good once you've gotten some tiers ups.
Yes.
It's kind of bad on the first floor, unlike every other, like, if you get Polyphemus on the first floor, Yahtzee. You get this on the first floor, it's like, well, I had to be careful for a couple floors.
Yeah,
like,
Ben Yahtzee Croshaw.
And then Yahtzee Crenshaw comes in and makes the Lurking Horror, whatever his, like, D+ horror game was.
It's one of his worst games, and I say that as someone who's played every game he's ever made.
It's an interesting game, but it just, I wish... And I should be in the pocket for it. It's just not very good. Yeah.
I think Gary, we're agreed. Ben Yahtzee Croshaw is not living up to his full potential.
As a games maker.
I mean, we got to be careful, Gary, because we apparently we have a reputation among at least one fan that we don't like the angry video game nerd. Because I got a review about that.
Oh.
It's a 5-star review, but...
but it's me too mean. I make fun of the AVGN on other shows way more than this one.
Okay.
Like, that's a big abject suffering thing because, like, we try not to go into the diarrhea mountain.
Hey, Gary, can we talk about how your conduct in other shows is affecting this one?
Please.
I consider Guppy to be the flagship of the Duckfeed network.
Well, let's take a moment and back up.
Sure, Gary, I love to. I'm always open to feedback from my subordinates.
Okay. So it's Duckfeed.
Sure. And I think if we reviewed the tape, there's a good chance that's what I said.
Okay. I just heard a little weird little like dude.
Oh yeah, well Gary, I'm a busy guy. I got to run the entire Duckfart network, so sometimes my phone gets
your Bluetooth went off.
It sure did, Gary.
Yeah.
It's Gary, right?
Yeah.
So Gary, it's just you're a brand ambassador for Duckfart.
Sure. Yep.
Like when you're on another show like this Upchuck Samurai show.
Upchuck Samurai.
Yeah, Upchuck Samurai.
Okay.
Yeah, you're representing my brand. So if you could just try to like stay away from picking fights with our friends over at AVGN, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, the Cinemaster
James
crew.
Rolfe is like a good close personal friend.
Interesting. Yeah. What are his kids like?
Hungry.
Yeah.
Just extremely, just constantly shoving raw meat into their mouths.
Yeah. I imagine that like he has a whole room just full of uncooked hot dogs and he just like lets the kids run in there and just
Oh yeah. Okay, so you have been over. Yeah.
I mean, I watched the behind the scenes.
Where they make the hot dogs. You're not supposed to see how the sausage is made, but God, if it doesn't give me an erection.
Yeah, it's an erection.
That's right.
From erection to Z-rection. No, I mean, it's hot dog time.
Yeah. Most of you guys are 4 grades down from me.
Yeah.
But I think, Gary, I think you could get up to a B-rection.
I would like to get, have you ever seen the S-rection as they have in like Japanese penises?
Oh, I don't go on those videos.
Yeah.
When the wife's awake.
Oh, when the waifu's awake. Different kind of penis grading scale.
Anyway, this has been a great meeting and we've communicated. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, no problem. Later. See you on the bus.
Oh, wait. No!
Later, boss. I'm employee Joker. Welcome to my Oscar land.
Gary, this episode's running long. Can I tell you a very brief anecdote?
Absolutely.
Olivia and I went to see Underwater last night. It's not good.
Yep.
Don't go see it.
Okay. Sorry, Allison Baker.
Sorry, Allison. We are walking into the theater, and there's a guy ahead of us. And just to physically describe him, when I saw his face later, he looked a lot like the killer from Too Many Cooks.
Oh, wow.
But dressed like a normal human being. And as he's just walking in front of us, he just turns his head, leans over, vomits, never stops walking.
Cool.
And I am standing behind this man who I have labeled Chuck, as one does, in the concession line, and I am just mentally logging everything he is touching.
Did he vomit before he entered the theater or in the theater?
Yes, this was in the parking lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
sympathetic to him. I that's the kind of thing I do. I've done. I don't do it regularly, but I will, I've been in public and had bad stomach and puked. I don't go see a movie afterwards though. I go home. I guess that's the difference.
It's that he didn't miss a step.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And this wasn't burping up a little stomach acid or something.
Nah,
there were chunks.
Full bore. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough stuff. Did he go see the same movie as you?
He did not. I was very worried about that.
What do you think he went and saw?
Probably. What's in theaters? Probably Parasite.
Maybe Parasite.
He took his Parasite to see Parasite.
Yeah, stuff Parasite. We're all in the colon of capitalism.
Especially after we spend time in the raw meat room.
Yeah, the raw meat. We're in AVGN's raw meat room. Why do they call it a raw meat room? They put the raw meat in another room.
Some of that classic Upchuck Samurai content.
Yep, Upchuck Samurai.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Look, if you were coming up for a bad, I don't remember the name of it, joke about abject suffering.
Oh, that's what that was.
Upchuck Samurai is not bad.
Literally no idea what you were doing. If listeners, if you figured that out before I did.
Yeah, if you figured out my rebus.
Yeah, if you're putting together a sigil. Go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Buy our own meat room.
Yeah, I'm sorry I goofed through all the interesting interactions with this.
No, I mean, it's it basically, the big thing is that, if you duplicate it, the, tier multipliers don't stack, but the way that damage multipliers work in this game is that, you can't have the same one twice.
Yeah.
So if you have this with Magic Mushroom, which is 1.5, it will stack.
Mm-hmm.
If you have this with another 2 times multiplier, so, Judas's Shadow.
2 times Markiplier.
With the 2 times Markiplier.
Hey!
Hello! That's when I realized. If you get this with another thing that stacks with the same type, though, it won't. But because 2 times is pretty rare, there's only 2 items in the game that do it. This is a good one to get for really pumping those dams.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't diplopia this, because you'll just end up with the slowest fucking tiers in the game.
Yeah, it does not work. And anything that does tiers down is really a problem with this. You do not want to have anything that does tiers down. Anything that does tiers up is really cool with it. It's pretty fun with soy milk.
Yeah,
for example.
Yeah.
And ratings and reviews.
Yeah,
on Apple Podcast.
Let me bust out one real fast.
Okay.
Just to keep it up. All right, this is a 5-star review from TJACAUES. Don't know how to say that, but
thank you for the stars.
5 stars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Title: Everything to Fuppies. Consensual emotional violence has never been so appealing. I especially like when it's directed at the listener.
Yep. The word consensual is doing a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, they downloaded it.
Yeah, they did download it. They knew what they were getting into. They didn't.
When you log into fear.com, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. When you log on to rotten.com. Home of everything to Guppy. Yeah, official.
Everything to Guppy.
Everything to Guppy. You want to see something inside a woman what ain't supposed to be there? Go to Guppy.com.
Hi, Gary. Boss here again. Got off the bus.
He got off the bus. Hey,
Good night.
Good.